This video is a group project for LIS 6080. I'm Sarah O'Brien, and my group members are Shayna Houghton, Catherine Lewis, Jacob Reinecke, and Kelsey Breen. We decided to take a look at Google Plus as a collaborative tool. I'm going to give you a quick overview of what Google Plus is and what it's comprised of, and then Shayna's going to take you through a step-by-step tutorial of how to use it. Catherine is going to give you the benefits and drawbacks of the system. Kelsey is going to explain how it might be useful to a library, and Jacob is going to give you an idea of where Google Plus might be headed in the future. I'll be back to wrap it up at the end, but before all that, I'm going to give you a little bit about what Google Plus actually is. Google Plus is a social media and networking aspect of the enormous collection of services offered by Google, built with JavaScript and HTML5. It is tied to and interacts well with other Google applications. While the New York Times once called it Google's biggest attempt to rival Facebook, it is a unique concept in that the folks at Google call it a social media layer, as opposed to other social media sites. It integrates all of those different applications and services. Part of what makes it interesting is just the sheer number of those different applications that are available. It is also interesting because it is constantly changing based on feedback from its users. There are several applications that have come and gone since its launch in September of 2011. Google Plus is considered separate from the majority of Google's services, and it is currently made up of 11 separate elements. The profile is comparable to profiles on other social media. It is a page that features information about you. In order to use Google Plus to collaborate, our group became members and created profiles. If you aren't an individual, you can't create a profile, but there is a similar feature called Pages that is a sort of profile for a business or other organization. One of the features associated with the profile is circles, a way to create groups of friends or acquaintances divided however you like, and friends can be included in more than one circle. After our group created profiles, we created a circle. For example, mine that includes our group members is just called LIS 6080. The most visible feature associated with a profile is the stream. It's comparable to a Facebook wall, and it shows updates from friends in your circles or from pages you follow, and you can share a text update, a picture, or other media with the people in your circles. You can view all the updates you've received together, or choose a circle to narrow down the updates you see. You can also be a member of a feature called Communities. They're like larger circles centered around common interest. For quick communication, the Messenger feature allows you to chat as a group. Messages can be seen by the members of the circle you send the message to. In this past August, the Messenger feature was integrated with the Hangout feature, but it can still be used independently. Hangouts are another means of communication and can include anyone to whom you send an invite. It is a face-to-face video chat platform very similar to Skype. Instant Upload is actually a Google Plus mobile feature, and it is pretty much what it sounds like, a tool to quickly upload media from your mobile device to your stream. Photos is a feature specifically for storing and editing pictures. Pretty self-explanatory. Events are a feature that lets you plan and invite people to a real-life event, and allows you to upload media from the event using Instant Upload or Photos to the event's page during and after the event itself. And finally, there is Local. It is a feature that allows users to describe, review, rate, and recommend specific places, whether those are restaurants, campgrounds, or businesses, or other places. It allows you to see what places your friends have reviewed too. There are also a pretty good number of applications that are available to users, things like Google Drive, which is what lets you use Google Documents, Spreadsheet, Presentation, etc., Google Maps, Gmail, and lots of others. While these are available to use, they don't actually make up Google Plus itself. That name is just for the collection of social layer features. So that's the basic overview. Keep watching for a more in-depth look at Google Plus.
Hello everyone. For my part of the Google Plus project for LIS 6080, I have decided to show how to use Google Plus. I'm going to start on the Google homepage and go through create an account, getting to the Google Plus page, posting content, interacting with content, changing settings, and finally creating circles and seeing who has you in circles. I hope you guys enjoy it, and please let me know if you have any questions. You want to start on Google's homepage. From here, you choose Sign In. At this point, it asks you to log in with your Google email and password. If you don't already have an account, you can create an account. Notice that it says one Google account for everything Google. This means that you only need one account to access everything that Google offers. I'm just going to log in to my account. At this point, you want to choose Plus and your name to go to the Google Plus homepage for you. Now that everything has loaded, you can see that you can access everything from this main page. There is a stream with posts from people that you are have in your circles and from things that are hot on Google+. You can also access different hangouts and start a hangout here just by typing in names or name, email, number, or circle. You can also start a video party here. You can customize your stream by choosing the circles that you would like to display here. I have it set at all, which is the default setting at the moment. And you can choose friends, family, acquaintances, following, which are the default circles. Or you can also choose one of the circles that you have already created. Over here in the upper right hand corner, there's access to all of the different things that Google offers. This bell shape right here is the Google Plus notifications. You also see these things up here on the right on all of the other Google pages. Here you can also access your account and view your profile or sign out. Over here on the left, you can change what page you are on. You can go to your profile, you can see different people, you can see your photos, and you can change your settings. Settings are important, as we all know, because sometimes social media sites have problems with privacy. I know that was one thing that I struggled with when I first created a Google Plus account. Now we're going to head back to that other page. The two most important things of Google Plus is interacting with content and creating your circles. Here you can create your own content, you can see all of the different attachments that you can use, and you can also send it to somebody specific or display it to somebody specific. You can choose only your circles can see it, public, extended circles, or a specific circle that you have created. Down here, if you decide you like something like Catherine's pictures, you can hit +1 to show that you enjoy it. Now I'm going to show you how to create circles. Google first shows you suggestions of people you may know on Google+, but over here you can search for people you may know. You can also see who has you in circles, although you don't see what circles that they have put you in. You can see all of your circles on this page, and you can also drag the people that you have here into different other circles. So if I wanted to create a circle with just Catherine and Jacob in it, I could do that. Having people in your circles means that you follow things that they post, and having you in other people's circles means that they see what you post. I hope you guys enjoy this. Thank you for listening.
Hi, I'm Catherine Lewis, and I will be discussing the positives and negatives of using Google+. Since it was released, Google+ has been slowly closing the gap with Facebook in terms of a user-friendly interface, but there are still significant differences that both benefit and detriment Google+. One positive feature is that the Google+ circles can be used to filter content. You can make posts that only certain circles can view. Facebook has a similar feature, but Google+ allows you to share your posts with several circles rather than just one specific group. Simply, Google+ offers more options for sharing your content with specific people. Google Plus can also be used as an effective collaboration tool. Like other social networking sites, you have the ability to chat with either an individual or group of people through Google Hangouts, or you can start a webcam chat, which Google calls a video party. The difference is, if one of your contacts has their phone number listed, you have the ability to call them from your computer for free. If you are in a situation where you need to immediately contact a group member or coworker that is not currently online and you do not have their phone number, this feature would come in handy. One other convenient aspect of Google Plus is it allows you to post text, photos, links, videos, and events from the same place. Some social networks do not have this feature. For example, on Facebook, you may update your current status from your main feed, but you will have to visit a different part of the site and use a different procedure when you create an event. By placing all of these options as part of the same share box, Google Plus is eliminating the confusing extra steps that other social networking sites use. In terms of viewing your profile, you have two options available, to view from the user perspective and from the public perspective. The user perspective shows you all of your profile's content, while the public perspective lets you see only your public posts. This is a useful feature because it allows you to double check the content you have on display to the public. It's an extra precaution the user can take in protecting specific information. Google Plus does offer a lot of privacy features, but unfortunately these features are also the downfall of the site. The Settings tab is somewhat confusing. Rather than placing your privacy and settings options into specific categories, they are merged together in one page. This makes it slightly difficult to navigate and can be a little overwhelming when you are trying to decide the best way to secure your information. Another potentially privacy-violating feature on Google Plus involves the use of hashtags. When you create your account, hashtags are automatically added to every public post that you make. The hashtag is generated based on the content of your post. Granted, the post is already public, so anybody may view it, but this allows others interested in the topic you discuss to automatically see your post. You may turn off this feature in the Settings tab, but again, because the tab is not categorized, it takes a bit of searching to find the option. Another disturbing privacy factor concerns the circles. Although they are convenient, anybody can add a person to a circle. It is not necessary for the other party to add them back. If you are a person that makes public posts, these posts could potentially be parts of a circle you do not wish to be affiliated with. This can be solved by making all posts private, but human error can get in the way. It's disconcerting that somebody can be following your page when you do not wish them to. Also, when you create your Google Plus account, you are automatically selected to receive what's hot and recommended news in your feed. This information is essentially based on your interests, the interests of your friends, and what is currently trending on the website. These advertisements may be bothersome because they intermingle with posts made by people you actually know. It's likely that important posts made by friends or coworkers can get lost in the shuffle. There is a specific settings option you can go to turn off these feeds. However, that option is not under the typical settings, it's under a category called What's Hot. This is something that may be missed by the less computer-savvy individual using Google+. All in all, the What's Hot feature is a nuisance. Aside from privacy, the only other noticeable annoyance is that Google Plus will constantly recommend people for you to add, even when you are already their friend. If a person has 2 email addresses on Google, Google Plus will try to get you to add that person twice, even though they only have one Google Plus page. This is a case I'm experiencing with my friend Gwen. I am already her friend on Google Plus, but because she has a Gmail account for her work, Google Plus is constantly trying to get me to add this other page. Google Plus seems to have problems weeding out inactive accounts. In terms of use, Google Plus is a social network that is fairly easy to update and offers a variety of communication tools and privacy features. Unfortunately, those privacy features are difficult to manage. Nevertheless, Google Plus is a social network site that would benefit both individuals and institutions, especially libraries.
Hi class, my name is Kelsey Breen. I'm part of the Google Plus group for our group projects. Our group is focusing on different ways to utilize Google Plus. My topic is how we can use this tool in our libraries to help promote more regular patron attendance at library events. That's kind of what I focused on. It's a really neat tool, and I think as you get familiar with it, you'll see that it has so many uses. I'm going to switch over to a screenshot save and kind of give a step-by-step tutorial on how this can be done. Thank you. Okay, so now we find ourselves on our Google Plus account. We're going to go to our profile page, which shows our library name. This is our main page for our imaginary library. We go under our About page here. The About page gives you information like who is in your circles, how many circles you have. You could utilize these in different ways by putting patrons in group depending on what part of the library they're interested in or what part of the library they use, or different ways. Over here is a little bit about our library. In our line right here, we're saying that we're a public library. In our introduction, in this area, you can list if you have any special services that you offer patrons, anything about that, just a little bit about maybe yourself and your area. The contact information down at the bottom is very handy with your phone number, your library email, and the address where you're located. Under our links right here, different websites, you could link to different author websites who may be coming to do an author visit, different New York Times bestsellers or Caldecott winners, or you can have different types of libraries that you're using, including your own library webpage. So we're going to click back over to our profile. There we go. Back over to our home page is where we can enter information about what we have going on, people that are following us. It'll show up like other social media tools such as Facebook and that type of thing. Right here it says today's hours are 12 to 5, so that would show up on when people are following right away, so that it's just kind of in their thoughts that you're open from 12 to 5. Also have just different events coming up. Just like different things like Facebook, you would click right here and any information that you want to share. What I really like about this page is our upcoming events page. Here, well, we kind of played around with names, but as you can see, Charles Dickens is coming to talk at our library next Sunday. And we're also having a virtual book club featuring Divergent by Veronica Roth, which is a new a hot young adult series right now. Under these ways, you can click on the date. And from the date, it kind of gives you some information where patrons can link it to their own Google Calendar. On our events up here, you can also find more events, similar events, that type of thing. When you go back to your profile, you can share what's new, what's coming. Let's say we're having a book club. Starting December 5th. We can make this an event, and from here we can change our theme, we can give it a title, our day and our time, and event options, whether people can invite other people or it's private or whatever. As you continue to use this for your library, you'll see that there's a lot of more options going through that you can use. I could barely touch the surface with this right now, but I've really found that it could be a powerful way to utilize, a powerful tool to utilize for your library. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Jacob Reinicke, and the section I will be covering is Google and the new ways that they're trying to advance Google+. Now, this article is about why Google Plus has decided to grow, which is actually out of a necessity. The Bloomberg interview refers to an interview with Google Plus execs when they discussed about how millions have signed up and never left. What is meant by that is people are signing up, they don't like it, so they leave the site. They don't delete their accounts, they don't ask that their account be deleted or anything. They just simply leave the site. So Google Plus has brought this Bloomberg interview brought that to light. So Google Plus really needs to grow out of a necessity. Unlike Apple, which grows and changes features to keep up with the Joneses, this is more out of a necessity. Now, this article is really one of the major articles, and there have been a lot on this subject. Google is trying to grow its photos and videos with new editing tools, searches, and more. Now, what this is basically Google will have this editor up on Google Plus, and you can edit images, you can edit videos, and then you can share it with your circles. And in sharing it, it'll find videos like it. For instance, you upload a video of your dog, it will show you videos of other people's dogs that you might find enjoyable or in the same mood. Now, the several features that I wanted to highlight about this is actually down below. And actually, first, if you want to check out this movie, Google Plus made this movie with these editing features, and so if you want to check out and see what's going on, you can go on YouTube and watch this video. Right here's the link at the top, or if you want to just type this in and on YouTube, it should pop up. Now here it talks about GIFs right here. Now this part of it you might find interesting. What essentially happens is you take a series of photos of your friends, say skateboarding as they mentioned, or any such activity, your dog running in the backyard chasing his tail, for instance. What happens is they take these GIFs, these images, and it creates them kind of like in a stick book. If you ever made one as a kid where you draw an image in a book, and then you draw a next image in the book, and then you draw another one, and then you flip through it, a flip book, actually. So that's what that basically is. Now that's very neat, and they mentioned some other cool devices. If you want to look on here, some features they're going to be using, but they're pretty standard. The gift one is pretty much the only new idea out there, really. But their main thing is to get people on their site. Here's some examples right here. But they want to get people on their site and make their videos, make their stuff, and they're saying, oh well, what's great about this is you can upload it and it goes directly to your circles, so it goes straight to your friends. I think they should take it a step further. They should find a way to connect it to your Twitter feed, to your Facebook, to your MySpace if you still have one, which I doubt anyone does. But the point is, they need to make it the main page. They need to say, come to Google Plus, you can do all this neat stuff, and then just instantly send it to your friends via Twitter and all that. And that way they would become the main page where it has all these neat stuff. Now what's going to happen is people might use these features but still not use Google Plus. What they might do is basically make these images and then just leave the site and put it on their Facebook or what else. They need to take it further, I feel. But they are in the right direction with things like this. But this is one of the major things Google Plus is trying to bring out for Google Plus. Now, while researching new things Google Plus is trying to do, this was the only major thing they've announced publicly. And as I stated, they need to put it further than just putting a new tool up on their site. If they link it, this will get people to start using their site for this video thing, but then they'll see, oh, I can just put it on Facebook right now, done. And they might start using this site subconsciously, without even realizing that they're using it as the primary source. Until Google allows for the linking up and that, they're not really going to get that far. People are just going to use it and then take it to their own sites, and they'll probably just use it more so as a movie maker, and then nothing else. So they really need to address that issue as well.
Well, there you have it. A pretty in-depth view of Google+. You heard about what it is, how to use it, what's good and bad about it, why you might be interested in it if you happen to be a library or information professional, and where it's heading in the future. If you're a member of Google+, or are inclined to try it after having learned a little about it, let us know on the discussion board. We would love to know what you think about it, and to talk about any questions or comments you might have. Thank you for watching our presentation.